Hi, welcome to the Bones, Feathers, and Fruit Kitchen. We're back to show you part 2 of how to prepare your corned beef for St. Patrick's Day.
This bad boy has been brining for 2 weeks, and today we're going to show you how to cook it. Nancy's prepared a pot over here.
We've got water to cover, carrots, onions, some pickling spices, and a couple of hot chili peppers, which...
Dried chili peppers.
We put in everything. So in it goes. And make sure you just have enough water to cover, because after you bring it to the boil on the stove, you're going to stick it in the oven at 325 for about 4 to 5 hours. So you want to make sure there's plenty of liquid to cover that.
And let's slide this baby in the oven. Nancy, what are we going to do for 4 hours? You want to play cards?
Does that involve also having maybe a little Guinness stout?
I think so. Are we playing gin rummy or gin?
No, it's wrong.
Really? You're gonna make me play?
Well, right off the bat.
Let's check this baby. Oh yeah, it's fork tender. Now we're gonna make our stout brown sugar mustard glaze that's gonna go on the corned beef. Into the saucepan we're gonna put half a beer, stout, dark beer. Look at that gorgeous color, Nancy.
What a color.
We're gonna add the brown sugar.
Yum. Liking it so far.
And a 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard as well.
Nice. And I'm going to add half a cup or so of this wonderful broth that this brisket has been cooking in. Oh my gosh, that's really good broth.
Yeah. And I'm going to stir it up, and then we're going to leave it on the stove for about 20 minutes. You want it to reduce in half so it's a nice thick syrup.
Yeah, keep your eye on it, because it might, suddenly go from liquid to caramel, so.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And let that simmer. Now we're ready with our glaze. We're going to slop this right on that beautiful piece of corned beef, and look at its caramel loveliness and how it reduced down to this lovely syrup.
That is beautiful.
So I'm going to cover this baby with this deliciousness, and we're going to put this under the broiler for a little bit and just let it reheat the meat up and crisp up.
So we're going to cut this brisket across the grain in about 1/4 inch thick slices. Tender, falling apart. It's so good.
It looks delicious. I can't wait to eat it.
All right, let's stick this under the broiler for a few minutes until it's heated through. So there you have it, your classic Irish corned beef and cabbage. Now what we did is we cooked the vegetables in that beautiful broth after we took the brisket out. Doesn't that look good?
Just lightly cooked as well.
Right.
You don't want to turn them into mush.
No, that's how we're not doing it. So, I'm starving. I don't know what you...
Listen, plate some up, and
Okay.
while you plate some up, I'm going to pour us some beer.
Well, now you're talking, sister.
Unless you want whiskey, girlfriend.
Well, who says we can't have both? Is there a rule about that?
No, I mean, it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but, you know...
Well, how do they say
We are getting ready for St. Patrick's Day, so a little whiskey might be in order. But let's start with the beer.
Yeah, look at that beautiful broth. I'm going to pour right over that. Oh, baby.
Yeah, pour the broth over. And then what we have is, we've made this lovely parsley sauce. It's parsley and a whole grain mustard and some lemon and oil, maybe a shallot.
Oh, it's so good. It's so bright. It gives that beautiful
and
bright
then
fresh.
you're just going to drizzle this over. It's so good on the potatoes. And you're just going to drizzle some of this on.
That looks good enough to eat.
I know. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Here you go.
All right.
Dig in, girlfriend.
All right, what to go for? Well, because... Oh, sweet.
Come on, we've been cooking all day. All right.
You say, is this where you say Aaron go bra? Yeah.
There's another bad joke in there somewhere,
Yeah.
but we're not going to do it. Listen, I want to eat.
Oh, man, that's good.
I know.
All right, yeah.
And by the way, this pairs so well with beer. It really does. This is not a dish to eat with wine.
Boy, I'm going to get a little bit of everything on there.
Mm.
How is?
It is so good. It is really, really delicious.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
The turnips with the parsley sauce and the broth.
Boy, that corned beef is tender.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well done. Well done. I hope you try this. I hope you try it for St. Patrick's Day. Who's to say that you cannot make this any other time of the year, right?
And also, listen, one of the best things about making corned beef is, let's face facts, nobody says this, but it's not so much about the dinner. The dinner's fabulous, but it's the leftovers, because when you have this stuff left over, you can make corned beef hash.
Yeah. A
You
sandwich.
take the leftover potatoes and turnips, and you're going to make a hash out of them with the leftover corned beef. And then also, you can make a Reuben, right? You can make your own Reuben at home. Take the corned beef, some Swiss cheese, and then use the parsley sauce mixed with some mayo.
Yeah, that sounds
so
great.
good. Or paninis, right?
Oh, we're going for it.
Yeah, make some paninis. So, as much as it's about this glorious dinner, it's also about the leftovers.
So again, here you go. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
All right, listen, we'll see you next time. We're going to do some Easter fabulousness for our next bonus show.
Yeah, it gets better.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Well, I get to drink it.
Was the brakeman on a